today's news, Dirk Walters resigns as events manager of the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board. Virgin Islands Inquiries Bill faces heavy criticism. Ronnie Skelton calls Inquiries Bill a step towards dictatorship. And Minister outlines safeguards for wage hike, as well as we see the BVI legal icon honored in Caribbean-wide documentary. Well, viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT Fire, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. I'm Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Leading today's news, Dirk Walters, the events manager at the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board, has officially resigned from his position. Walters confirmed his resignation in a brief statement to 284 Media on Wednesday, July 17th, stating that he will not be providing any further comments on the matter for now. Walters was appointed as the events manager of the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board in April 2023. During his tenure, he was instrumental in organizing and managing various events aimed at promoting the British Virgin Islands as a premier tourist destination. The reasons behind Walters' resignation remain unclear, and there has been no official statement from the BVI Tourist Board regarding his departure. As this is a developing story, more information is expected to be released in the coming days. Well, the Virgin Islands Inquiries Bill 2024, introduced into the House of Assembly on Tuesday, has sparked significant controversy among lawmakers in the British Virgin Islands. The bill aimed to repeal the antiquated Commission of Inquiry Act Cap 237 of 1880 and establish a new framework for conducting inquiries into matters of public interest. Despite its purported modernization efforts, the bill has faced severe backlash, particularly regarding the concentration of authority it grants to the governor. Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, who introduced the bill on behalf of Governor His Excellency Daniel Proust, explained that the legislation is part of the ongoing Commission of Inquiry reforms. He underscored the necessity of ensuring that new laws reflect the BVI's current constitutional developments and move away from colonial practices of the late 19th century. However, Dr. Wheatley acknowledged the grave concerns voiced by his constituents following the bill's first reading, particularly about who holds the power to initiate a commission of inquiry. Unlike other common law jurisdictions such as the United Kingdom and New Zealand, where ministers of government and governor-generals can call a commission of inquiry, the proposed bill vests this authority solely in the governor of the British Virgin Islands. What has prompted the Premier to request whether the bill is truly modern.
The other common law jurisdictions which we were pointed to, let's take the United Kingdom for instance. In the United Kingdom, ministers of government have the authority to be able to call inquiries. In the New Zealand Inquiries Act, as a Commonwealth jurisdiction, they have a Governor General. And most times, most of these former United Kingdom colonies, they replace the governors who would have been there during the colonial times with Governor Generals. And in New Zealand, the Governor General can call what is referred to as a public inquiry. And then in New Zealand, ministers can also call inquiries. And none of that would be reflected in the bill before the House today. And the question is whether that is truly modern.
Premier Wheatley further argued that while it is appropriate for authorities to have the power to investigate, it is equally crucial to ensure transparency and uphold constitutional rights and natural justice. He advocated for the inclusion of provisions that guarantee access to representation and protection for witnesses in the new act.
We have the principles of natural justice, which have to be respected and enshrined in the Constitution. Everybody is supposed to have due process. Things like access to representation. How is the access to representation in this act established? Protection for witnesses, protection for persons who are being inquired into. You have to make sure that those protections exist. And all of these things would be, of course, things would exist in other common law jurisdictions. So the question is, because we are a colony of the United Kingdom, does it mean that we are not due the same protections before the law? The same immunities and privileges which are enshrined in the Constitution? Are those not due to us?
The Premier also emphasized the importance of maintaining democratic standards and warned against accepting undemocratic colonial-era practices merely because the BVI remains a UK territory. He reiterated his opposition to the colonial relationship between the BVI and the United Kingdom, asserting that the people of the territory, having long enjoyed freedom, should not tolerate an unequal colonial relationship.
It's important that we hold a standard as it pertains to what some would like to impose on us. We cannot allow things which are undemocratic and colonial in nature and archaic ruins which need to be left in history. We cannot allow those things to be imposed on us simply because we are presently referred to as a territory of the United Kingdom. And I certainly won't accept it for myself. And I won't accept it on behalf of the people I represent.
Well, up next, viewers, more local news.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 6. Introducing Sheldon Frett, actor, film producer, writer. Daylon Vantapool, entrepreneur. Terrence Neal, creative director. Chad George, entrepreneur. Humphrey Liu, financial services professional. Jamali DJ Molly Thomas, sales manager. Kai DeCastro, entrepreneur. Dean the Sportsman Greenaway, journalist. St. Clair Steady Fleming, entrepreneur. Devon Cowell, brand specialist. Robert Green, footballer. And Rick S.S. Grant, author. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, coming June 5th, exclusively on 284 Media, inspiring a generation of greatness.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
Welcome back, viewers. The Virgin Islands Inquiries Bill 2024, introduced into the House of Assembly on Tuesday, has ignited fierce criticism from the leader of His Majesty's loyal opposition, Honorable Ronnie Skelton. Skelton lambasted the bill as the epitome of true dictatorship, voicing strong opposition to its provisions and questioning its compatibility with democratic principles. He expressed alarm over the bill's framework, which he argues sets rules for everyone except the governor, undermining the very essence of democracy.
I think, like the Premier, in today's democracy, I don't know what it means anymore, this word democracy, as we go through the COI recommendations and bills before this House. It's getting blurry, Madam Speaker, this word democracy. And it seems to be more of a huge gray area than a defined line. You know, you hear about socialism, you hear about communism, you hear about, but if this is not close to one of those, totalitarianism, Madam Speaker, I thank all the teachers for helping me out there. Madam Speaker, this is as close as you can get to dictatorship.
Well, a significant point of contention for Skelton is the unilateral power granted to the governor to appoint commissioners without consultation or referral to the House of Assembly or the Premier. He criticized this aspect as antithetical to democratic values, emphasizing the necessity for decisions to be made with checks and balances.
For example, in this bill, the governor, it says everything the governor should do this, the governor. But in any bill that is ministerial in nature, where the Premier is in charge or the deputy or minister for health or works or education is in charge, they don't have this kind of authority at all. And they should not have it. We should not have this level of authority. But for somebody, because they're the UK representative, to have this level of authority in a democracy, a modern democracy today, they can't convince me that this makes sense. It cannot. And they know it. They know it. What they're relying on is that the people of this country, they're so disenchanted with elected officials that they will do nothing and they will allow them to take over.
The territorial at-large representative also voiced concerns over the potential dismantling of established systems to meet the bill's requirements. He highlighted issues such as the issuance of certificates for practicing law and the remuneration of commissioners and staff, all of which under the proposed bill could be done without the consultation of the Premier or the House of Assembly.
If you need to practice law here in the Virgin Islands and you need a certificate, I think you should get a certificate. To just because it's a commission inquiry. Suppose it's a commission inquiry on something not like what we saw here with the COI. Suppose it's something trivial. You do this kind of stuff, make laws to just because you're the big bad wolf or something. Madam Speaker, that cannot be right. If you need a certificate, you plan in advance and get your certificates and move forward. You know, remuneration of commissioners and staff. The government may determine that what remuneration, if any, shall be paid. Not even the cabinet. They've been saying cabinet will, not even the Minister of Finance. What kind of, Madam Speaker, these 5 ministers, I read between the lines of the Premier when he was making his presentation, Madam Speaker, that he doesn't agree with a lot of this stuff.
Moving on, viewers, in a recent live discussion on the Government of the Virgin Islands Facebook page, Honorable Lorna Smith, OBE, Minister for Financial Services, Labour and Trade, unveiled plans for significant economic reforms in the British Virgin Islands. According to Smith, the territory is poised to implement both consumer protection measures along with a new minimum wage. Minister Smith emphasized the crucial role of the National Business Bureau in these upcoming changes. But this bureau is expected to play a key part in overseeing the new measures and supporting businesses through the transition.
But I am assured that the government will undertake this review in time for implementation of the minimum wage in November. There must also be a strong push for strengthening the monitoring of retailers to prevent price gouging, ensuring that any minimum wage increase would positively impact the economic well-being of workers across the territory. I am pleased that the National Business Bureau will be up and running soon, so consumer protection practices will be operationalized to coincide with the implementation date of the minimum wage.
The reform aims to create a more sustainable economy by strengthening the small and medium enterprise sector. A sustainable economy requires a strong small and medium enterprise sector supported by a skilled and committed workforce, Minister Smith explained. To achieve this, the minimum wage report recommends comprehensive training programs for staff and support mechanisms for all small businesses to manage the increased labor cost.
So the increase in the minimum wage cannot be seen in isolation. The report makes recommendations relating to investing in training and development programs, helping employers to develop tailored strategies and business model adaptation for sectors more significantly impacted by minimum wage increases, as well as support measures to help small businesses adjust to increased labor costs without reducing their workforce. In this regard, we will be looking to support from regional institutions, including the International Labour Organization and the Caribbean Development Bank, with whom we have had a long and a successful relationship. The Ministry of Financial Services, Labour and Trade will be working across these areas and will also monitor the impacts of the minimum wage increase regularly. This will provide valuable feedback and data to guide future policy decisions and adjustments. For our economy to grow, we must upskill our workers and increase our productivity. Increasing the national minimum wage is an important part of that effort and will make a major contribution to its overall competitiveness and its efficiency.
Addressing public concerns about potential price hikes, Minister Smith assured that measures would be put in place to prevent price gouging. The government plans to implement strict monitoring systems to keep prices in check and maintain the benefits of the wage increase for workers.
There must also be a strong push for strengthening the monitoring of retailers to prevent price gouging, ensuring that any minimum wage increase would positively impact the economic well-being of workers across the territory.
Smith stressed that balancing worker protections with business support, the government hopes to create a more robust and equitable economy. Well, up next, viewers, more local news. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually...
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites. It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Hi, my name is Judy, VI Motors Operations Assistant, and today I'm here with Ding, one of our mechanics, and we are going to show you how you can check your engine oil level, as it's an essential part in maintaining your engine's health.
First, let's pop the hood. Here's the oil dipstick. We'll pull it out, wipe it clean with a cloth, reinsert it, and pull it out again to get an accurate oil level reading. As you can see, the oil level should be between the minimum and maximum markers on the dipstick. If it's below the minimum, it's time to add some oil. Checking your oil level is simple yet a crucial task. Make sure to do it regularly to keep your engine running smoothly. And remember, if you're not sure about your vehicle's specific oil requirements, always consult your owner's manual or a professional mechanic at VI Motors. We offer a diverse range of top quality engine oils, so visit us at Dove's Bottom or our location at Patch Point, Virgin Gorda, or call us at 494-2496 or visit us on our website at www.vimotors.com.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The British Virgin Islands legal community has a reason to celebrate, as one of its own has been recognized among the Caribbean's most exceptional legal practitioners. A documentary entitled Legendary Caribbean Legal Practitioners, featuring 48 outstanding lawyers from across the region, was unveiled on Wednesday by the CCJ Academy for Law, the educational branch of the Caribbean Court of Justice. This recognition highlights the territory's significant contribution to regional jurisprudence. The BVI's honoree, Dr. Joseph Archibald, KC, King's Counsel, stands as a testament to the high caliber of legal expertise cultivated in the BVI.
Collectively representing the diversity and legal excellence of the Eastern Caribbean region, they are Mr. Joseph Samuel Archibald, Mr. Carroll Walter John Bristol, Mr. Parnell Randolph Campbell, the Right Honorable Sir Vincent Floysack, Time Henry Kendall, Miss Joyce Althea Kentish Egan, Sir Lee Llewellyn Moore.
The legal system within the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States is primarily based on English common law. Reflecting the historical influence of British colonial rule.
The documentary, which is the third installment in the Academy's Eminent Caribbean Jurist series, was launched in conjunction with the inaugural Legal Conference on Criminal Justice Reform, advancing the Needham's Point Declaration held on July 10th to 11th, 2024 in Georgetown, Guyana. While the BVI secured one spot in this elite group, other territories represented included Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. The documentary is now available for viewing on YouTube, offering an opportunity for BVI residents, especially those in the legal profession and law students, to learn from and be inspired by the achievements of these Caribbean legal luminaries, including the BVI's own. Moving on, viewers, the Haynes Smith Youth Club has announced that its renowned Miss Caribbean Talented Teen Pageant will be held outside of St. Kitts for the first time in its 42-year history. The British Virgin Islands will host the 42nd edition of the pageant on Sunday, December 29th, 2024 at a multipurpose sports complex in Rotown, Tortola. This move marks a significant shift for the pageant, which has been a staple of St. Kitts' cultural calendar for over 4 decades. The decision comes in response to calls from franchise holders and participants for greater transparency and impartiality in judging, mirroring practices of international pageants like Miss World and Miss Universe. Well, it said, and I quote, "After 41 successful years in St. Kitts, we believe it's time to embrace a new era," said a recent press release. It continued, "Rotating the pageant across different Caribbean countries will bring fresh perspectives and ensure fairness in the competition," end quote. The change also addresses logistical challenges faced in recent years. This December in St. Kitts, with its carnival events, has made it increasingly difficult to secure services and manage costs effectively. The BVI offers a new and exciting backdrop for the event, which aims to showcase Caribbean talent and culture. Participants are expected to arrive in Tortola on December 26, 2024, and will be accommodated at Maria's by the Sea Hotel. The BVI franchise holder and the Miss Teen BVI committee will manage local logistics, working closely with the Haynes Smith Pageant Committee to ensure a seamless experience for all involved. While acknowledging that this change may cause some inconvenience, the organizers have expressed their commitment to returning to St. Kitts in the future as part of a new rotational hosting policy. Well, in sports, in their second night of the Battle of the Fittest basketball tournament in Dutch St. Martin, the Virgin Gorda Bayside Blazers secured another impressive victory, this time against the United States of America team. The game took place on Monday, July 15, 2024 at the LB Scott Sport Auditorium in Phillipsburg, the capital city of Dutch St. Martin. Despite a slow start that saw the Bayside Blazers trailing by 8 points in the first 6 minutes, the team quickly fought back and they found their rhythm and surged past Team USA. Leading the charge for the Blazers were point guard Anthony Smith, along with Virgin Gorda's own Shamar George, also known as Shumba, and Raheem Carter. Smith racked up 18 points, George added 17, and Carter contributed 15, leading the Blazers to a 73-60 victory. The Virgin Islands are proudly represented by 2 teams in the competition. The Virgin Gorda Bayside Blazers are managed by Julian Willock and coached by Brian S. Bruley, known as Bash, while Tortola is represented by Team Skillful Ballers, coached by basketball veteran Rodney Simmons, also known as Gula. But tonight, the team would have played against the VG Bayside Blazers, and they're set to play against St. Martin, who will have the home team advantage. Viewers, that's all for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and on our WhatsApp channel, as well as to like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.